Paper 1 Unit 6 Delegated Legislation. So what is delegated legislation? Delegated legislation consists of two words. One is delegation, one is legislation. Delegation already we have discussed in principle of administration. When the authority holder gives his authority to someone else temporarily, it is delegation, and legislation is law making power. Indian state has three organs: legislative, executive, judiciary. Legislative has the authority to make law, executive implement law, and judiciary interpret law. So when parliament, who has the authority to make law, it delegates its law making power to executive, it is known as delegated legislation. Delegated legislation is also known as administrative law making or subordinate legislation, because executive is subordinate to parliament in terms of law making. So in delegated legislation, let's discuss the structure, definition of delegated legislation, after that need of delegated legislation, after that types of delegated legislation, after that advantage of delegated legislation, then disadvantage of delegated legislation, or what we call delegated legislation is a necessary evil. So that evil part or disadvantage of delegated legislation, then solution or how to solve the disadvantage of delegated legislation. There we will discuss three types, that parliamentary control over delegated legislation, procedural control, and judicial control. In parliamentary control we will discuss direct control and indirect control. In judicial control, judicial review, judicial activism, PIL, writ. So with effective control, delegated legislation can be the most effective one, and delegated legislation is part of administrative law.